Welcome, dear viewers, to this special presentation on the Jubilee 2025. I'm Allegra Smith, I'm 17 years old, and I'm currently a student of the T.A. Maryshield Community College. Many would describe me as fun, happy, joyful, and caring.
I'm Vion Charles, a member of the Our Lady of Christians Catholic Church. It can be described succinctly in three adjectives: inquisitive, introspective, and determined.
Today, we embarked on a journey of faith, renewal, and hope as we explore the significance of this sacred event in the life of the Catholic Church.
Welcome to our special feature on the Jubilee 2025 celebrations of the Diocese of St. George in Grenada. This Jubilee is a time for reflection, renewal, and gratitude as we walk together in faith.
At the heart of this Jubilee is the Bull of Indiction, a powerful document central to our liturgical tradition. But what is this bull, and why does it hold such significance for us?
The Bull of Indiction represents the charges of sin that humanity faces before God. It is a call for repentance and reconciliation, reminding us of the mercy of Christ, who bore our sins on the cross. During this Jubilee, we focus on personal accountability and the promise of forgiveness, using the bull as a spiritual tool to guide us back to God's grace.
Let us welcome Father Sean Doggett as he gives us a brief background of the papal bull of indiction.
The Jubilee year 2025 was announced officially with a papal bull of indiction. And a papal bull is a document, a very official document issued by the Pope. And the word bull comes from the seal, the lead seal, which is attached to the document to show that it's official. In Latin, the word for the lead seal was abulum. And indiction is a word that comes way back from the Emperor Constantine. And the Emperor Constantine, in his Roman Empire, announced the dates of the period of taxation. And that process of announcing those dates was called indiction. So the bull of indiction for the Jubilee year 2025 is the official promulgation of the year by the Pope. And in that long document, he gives the reasons and the benefits and the purpose of this particular Jubilee year. We are invited to be, during this Jubilee year, to be pilgrims of hope, journeying from wherever we're at, whether we're in our comfort zone or whether we're in some very uncomfortable place that we don't want to be, moving to some place where we have an experience of God which transforms our lives. And that movement is called a pilgrimage, whether it's an actual movement, moving to a holy place, or whether it's just the journey that we make, perhaps through the sacrament of reconciliation, from where we were at before in our relationships with others and with God to where God really wants us to be. And our hope is that that transformation will take place in our lives, making us to be better people, better in our relationship with God and with each other. One occasion on which the Pope issues a bull is when a bishop is appointed to a particular diocese, when a priest rather is appointed. And during the ordination ceremony, when the priest is being ordained a bishop, part of the ceremony is the reading of the bull. So somebody is presented with this parchment, with the seal attached, and he has to show it to the congregation and read it to the congregation so that everybody knows this person, this priest really is to be validly ordained as a bishop of the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church.
Thank you, Father Sean, for your explanation. And speaking on the bull of indiction, didn't we read that on the launch of the Jubilee year? How is that for you?
Well, for me, given the time it was done, it was almost like a new beginning because it's a new year and, you have to have a positive mindset and there's a lot to look forward to, obviously, in every year.
I agree. Now let's just take a quick recap of what we did. As the Second Vatican Council observed, in every age, the Church has the responsibility of reading the signs of the times and interpreting them in the light of the gospel. In this way, in language adapted to every generation, she can respond to the people's persistent questions about the meaning of this present life and of the life to come, and how one is related to the other. We need to recognize the immense goodness present in our world, lest we be tempted to think ourselves overwhelmed by evil and violence. The signs of the times, which include the yearning of human hearts in need of God's saving presence, ought to become signs of hope.
Let us even now be drawn to this hope. Through our witness, may hope spread to all those who anxiously seek it. May the way we live our lives say to them in so many words, hope in the Lord, hold firm, take heart, and hope in the Lord. Psalm 27, verse 14.
What is hope? How do we perceive hope? Well, let's listen to what the bishop has to say.
The hope that God has is never negative. The hope that God has for this world that he has created, and to really be absorbed by those thoughts, brothers and sisters, is to make a fantastic journey. Because you have to ask yourself, what is God's hope for the world? God did not create the world simply because he wanted to create a world. God created the world because he had hope for that world. He created it and set it out into the very heavens, as we would call it, because he thought, he knew that something was going to develop. Otherwise, we are the most foolish of people. When I look at all that is going on in the world, I dare, as Pope Francis says in the Bull of Interdiction, to trust that everything that is unfolding is somehow going to come to a place that is for the glory of God and the salvation of God's people.
Don't you think that was a very wise stance on, hope from the bishop?
Yes, of course. And, he delved into God's intentions for us.
Yes.
In terms of when he created the world. And, of course, we know that there can be a lot of negativity in the world that exists. And we have to be reminded of our purpose, why we were created. And we were created, of course, to serve God and to live for God. And we need God for sure, and to be able to be hopeful of salvation eventually in the ultimate. Yeah.
That's true.
Jesus, with the power of the Spirit in him, went into the synagogue, and they handed him the scroll of the prophet Isaiah. He found the place where it is written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He sent me to bring good news to the poor, to proclaim a year of the Lord's favor." A Jubilee year is a special year of prayer, pilgrimage, and forgiveness in the Church. It's a time when the Church offers a chance for all of us to seek spiritual renewal and reconciliation. Jubilee years are typically celebrated every 25 or 50 years. During a Jubilee year, we're encouraged to reflect on our faith, perform acts of charity, and receive the sacraments of confession and Holy Communion. "And you shall consecrate the 50th year and proclaim liberty throughout the land to all its inhabitants. It shall be a Jubilee for you."
Listen for the people shouting, "This is Jubilee."
Diocesan t-shirts are available for purchase. Early bird prices. Regular adult t-shirt for $35. Children's t-shirt for $25. Or upgrade to a polo t-shirt for only $45. Call 473-459-4612 to place your order now. Let's live church, build community, and serve country. We are Grandcath and proud.
Lift your hands and say, you know they for my heart. No, no, no. A very big God. Yes! Thank you.
Welcome back. We have Mr. Dave Hopkins with us, who's going to share with us on the upcoming activities during this Jubilee.
Oh, thank you very much, Fayon and Allegra. It's so nice to be on set with you this afternoon to share with you some of the things that are happening for the Jubilee year in the Diocese of St. George's in Grenada. If we tune on our TVs around the world, every diocese is doing something. They are doing something to in observance of this Jubilee year. In the Diocese of St. George's, of course, the theme is Pilgrims of Hope. And it's an extraordinary time for the Catholic community for us to deepen our spiritual lives, on our spiritual journey, to foster a sense of unity and renew our commitment to the Church's mission, rooted in biblical traditions of Jubilee as a time of liberation, restoration, renewal, and the milestone invites us individuals and as communities. And just to give you an idea of what is happening within the next couple of weeks, on Sunday to start, we have the first, or should I say the second, Jubilee sacred site would be proclaimed by Bishop Clyde Martin Harvey. That will be in Guelph. That's on the Feast of the Presentation. And this is what we call a pilgrimage site. Some people may say it's an ordinary church. Every church is a site, a sacred site. But the issue is, why are we designating this place as a pilgrim site? Particularly because we want us to understand that as Christians, we're on a journey. And the church has called us to make those pilgrimages for special intentions, for the intentions of the Pope, as well as for our own individual intentions and the intentions of the church here in Grenada. So that will happen on Sunday. Those persons who would like to join that pilgrimage to Guelph, St. Peter's Catholic Church in Guelph, for the first sacred site being designated, you can join us there for that as well. We'll be coming live with the set with Allegra as well as Fayon on the 2nd of February. That's on Sunday. And we would move on from that. Coming up in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have what you call a Jubilee Forum of Hope at St. Rose Modern Secondary School. This will be a whole day of gathering of clergy, religious, lay faithful. Everybody will come together to look at the whole issue of how we can celebrate the Jubilee here in the Diocese of St. George's in Grenada.
So I have a question. What are the activities of the Jubilee year pertaining to youth?
Okay, so yes, youth is very much part of the whole Jubilee celebration. If you notice, from the time we've started, young people were part of the whole issue, the whole celebration. You yourselves did the Bull of Indiction, right? And that is an indication that we want the young people to embrace this Jubilee year so that you enjoy the graces that can come from it. And throughout this, we would like the young people. Definitely the forum at St. Rose on the 8th of February will have a good contingent of youth. We have asked the parishes to at least all the representatives that will come, you have 1 or 2 youth representatives journeying to St. Rose for that forum.
All right.
So it is so great to be here on this show today and to share as to some of the things happening in the diocese leading up to the this Jubilee year celebration. So we want to encourage everyone to join us, one, at the first sacred site that will be designated this year. That is St. Peter's Grove. And secondly, we're going to have the Jubilee Forum of Hope on the 8th of February, where we can discuss how, as a diocese, we can really celebrate this Jubilee year and make meaning for us as Catholics and as Christians generally in Grenada. So I want to thank you very much for allowing me to be on your set this afternoon.
Oh, it's no problem.
And we look forward to a great event.
Behold the cross of Christ, our only hope. Behold the cross of Christ, our only hope. Behold the cross of Christ, our only hope.
We have now reached the end of this program. Thank you all for tuning in with us today. I am Allegra.
I am Fion Charles.
Thank you. We will see you guys on Sunday in Guave at St. Peter's.